to Europe for 2.5 months, and this is everything I packed, and it is pretty minimal, so if you're going for less than that, I highly recommend you watch this video so you can get ideas on things you may need. First off, I packed for the entire 2.5 months in a carry-on suitcase. If you're traveling to Europe, it's really difficult to get around. Like, there's a lot of cobblestone streets, a lot of stairs, so packing in a carry-on suitcase, highly recommend. Europe also has a lot of like really tiny elevators in the hotels. The rooms are a lot smaller than here in the US. It's also important to have a luggage tag on your suitcase or something really identifiable so you know that that's your suitcase and not anyone else's. Clothing wise, overall, I pretty much packed for about 10 days, and then I had planned to wash all my clothes, which I did. So about 10 days worth of undergarments. I packed a lot of mix and match outfits, so 2 pairs of jeans, a few pairs of shorts, a few pairs of tops, and a few dresses. For my husband, about the same, minus dresses. He packed a few like mix and match outfits, so I think 10 days total if you're traveling for a long time is plenty. Even 7 days you can probably get away with. To wash my clothes, I didn't visit any laundromats. We just washed our clothes in the sinks or in the tubs. Bring like some laundry detergent, like those laundry detergent sheets, or Tide actually makes travel packs. Kind of soak them in the sink for a little bit, hang them up to dry. It only takes about 2 days, I would say, for your clothes to dry, so just be prepared if you want to go that route. Otherwise, Europe does have a lot of laundromats, but you do have to find like coins and stuff, which I just feel like that's a lot more work. Some hotels, if you stay at great hotels, will wash your clothes for you, but that can be pretty pricey. We also traveled a lot in the UK, which we knew would be pretty rainy, so we brought each, my husband and I, 1 rain jacket, and we each brought an umbrella. I believe one of our umbrellas broke, so we ended up just with 1 umbrella between the 2 of us, and that was okay, but I do highly recommend you bring 2 of each. We each brought 1 pair of tennis shoes. So we thought about bringing hiking boots. We didn't feel necessary because we only did like 1 or 2 hikes the entire trip. So we figured we could just hike in our tennis shoes. We each brought a few pairs of socks. I think I brought about 5 pair, him 5 pair, maybe even more than that. I would probably just bring a week worth of socks. We each brought some dress shoes. I brought more fancy type of sandal and a flip-flop, and he also brought a dress shoe and a flip-flop. I brought a purse. I also brought my wallet, him his wallet as well. Our passport, absolutely necessary. In our wallets, we didn't get any euros or pounds ahead of time whenever we travel to Europe, because when you visit the ATMs, you just get the local currency out in the ATMs. So that's really the way to go, so you don't have to spend time going to a bank beforehand to get all the cash that you need. We also brought travel credit cards that have no foreign transaction fees. Highly recommend this so you don't have to use your debit card abroad, because using credit cards, it's a little bit more safe in case someone does hack your account, and that did happen to me. So it's not really like real money. The bank can just take care of it if you use a credit card, versus if it's your debit card, they're really taking your cash out. So I highly recommend at least apply for a travel credit card. If not, you know, that's okay. Just cross your fingers on a debit card or just use cash. A lot of places in Europe do not accept American Express, although the last time we traveled, we saw a lot more places starting to offer American Express credit card that you can pay with. So we had American Express, we had a Visa, and a MasterCard, I believe. I also brought my headphones that I can use during travel days so I can edit my videos or listen to music. He also had some as well. I brought my computer and my charger since I do have an online business. I needed that, and to also edit YouTube videos here. Sam also brought his computer, but he recently told me that he wished he didn't because it was so heavy. He did bring a lot of extra accessories and stuff versus just a laptop like this. I feel it was really necessary for me, so it kind of just depends. Like, if you have a business, definitely bring one. If you don't, maybe just think about that. Each brought a day backpack per person. The backpack that I chose to bring was more waterproof, more like water resistant. So in case we needed it for some kind of like beach day or kind of excursion where it rains a lot or a lot of water contact, I felt that was like really important to have at least a backpack per person. When you're in Europe, it's not really safe to travel around with a purse or loose items in your pocket. So having a backpack that you can carry around and just like have it close to you can avoid things like pickpocketings and things getting lost and stuff like that. Since I do a lot of video and travel content, I did bring my camera as well as a GoPro and other accessories that I need for that. You may not be a travel content creator, so you may not need that, but I think a camera would be awesome to have if you have one. Of course, we each brought our phones as well as the chargers and the chargers for all the accessories that I just mentioned. On our phones, there's this app called Airlo, and there's also one called Olafly that you can buy data on, so you don't have to necessarily have the Wi-Fi at all times. You have your internet data straight on your phone. It's an eSIM, or in your destination, you can buy a SIM card that you can put in your phone as well, as long as your phone is unlocked with your provider that you carry with your phone. Otherwise, I feel like phone calls and texts weren't necessary because you can always use the Wi-Fi at the hotel or with your eSIM to chat via Messenger or social media or WhatsApp or in other ways like that. We each brought our necessary toiletries, although since we were gone for so long, we had to buy some toiletries in our destinations, like if we ran out of toothpaste or shampoo, stuff like that, but we did bring an initial set of toiletries. Makeup, if you use that as well. We also brought a few medicine items, which I highly would recommend, at least Dramamine, a Tylenol or ibuprofen, as well as like a stomach medication. I prefer Pepto-Bismol. So that's pretty much all the medications I would recommend. I also really loved my nail kit that I brought because 2.5 months you're gonna have to clip your nails, but the most important thing that I really loved having with the nail kit, they have little small scissors that you can use to cut off bands that you may get during excursions, during your travels, or like things on your clothing, you know, anything that you may need scissors for, because having little scissors, they don't really take them with TSA or like during security, but if you bring like a large pair of scissors, they may take it away from you. So I really enjoyed that. I also bought a power bank for my electronics, although I don't even think I used it once, but that's something you may want to consider. On top of the clothes we brought, I think we each brought 2 jackets. So part of our trip was in Iceland, which is a bit cold, so we each brought a thicker jacket as well as like an everyday all-around jacket. We also brought each a pair, I think like each of us brought 1 long sleeve shirt. I did trade it out because I bought a thicker sweater in Iceland, so I threw the one I brought out and replaced it because there was really not much left room in my bag. And he, the same, I think he brought 1 or 2 long sleeve shirts. 1 swimsuit, because in Europe, yeah, you may swim in like a hotel pool or at the beach if you're going like on the coast somewhere. So we each had 1 swimsuit. Pretty sure I left mine somewhere in Europe. But yeah, I think 1 is all you need, unless you're going on like a Greece vacation where you're spending every day in the water. Otherwise, I think 1's just fine. I did bring a sun hat, although it did get dirty at one point, so I ditched that. Sam brought, my husband, he brought a ball cap, just 1. And I think the most important thing is a reusable water bottle, 1 for each. In Europe, around the cities, you can easily refill your water at the fountains. A lot of times they don't look like they're water fountains to drink, but most of the time they are. So you can refill that or refill it up at the hotel so you don't have to buy water bottles abroad. You know, you just go your merry way with your own water bottle. And I loved that. We were always hydrated on that trip. And the last thing I can really think of clothing wise is adventure wear. So I brought, I think, 2 pairs of leggings, 1 or 2 little adventure tops that I can do a hike or whatever in, and him the same, like some basketball shorts and like a more chill t-shirt that you can get sweaty in. Hello, it's Kristen from the future. I did forget a few things. So a universal plug adapter, absolutely necessary. You can get one that has a bunch of different countries on it, which I would recommend because you can reuse it for multiple trips. We brought 2 of those. Also a printed copy of your hotels, your trains. A lot of the train tickets are on paper, as well as some tours, hand sanitizer, sunglasses, and I really think that's it. After I upload these videos, I always think of something else, but leave a comment down below if you can think of anything that you may need in Europe. But this is basically most of the things that you would need when traveling abroad.